All right, Michael Ssali here again. Third video in the series. I went to Portland and now I'm back in Memphis, Tennessee. That's the name of the series. Michael Ssali went to Portland and now he's back in Memphis, Tennessee. All right, the first thing I want to say today is the other videos were short and I didn't give enough information. I want to give more information today. First thing I want to say, Portland is a nice city. I don't know if I said that in the last two videos, but I'll say it today. Portland is in Portland, people are nice, and even though I was the one on drugs and thinking that they're not nice the few times that I was on drugs, but they're nice people, and I'm sorry to them for doing too much drugs and saying they're not nice. And what else do I? Oh yeah, the first thing I did there when I got there is I was working for this company at Home Depot, and I like the company. I like their motto, what they do, going to different Home Depots and telling people to sign up for cabinets. I like that, but I didn't do so well at it, so I was fired and I was replaced by somebody else. And then I went to another job at a company. I don't want to say the company's name because I don't want them to get in trouble or me get in trouble for saying their name. But I worked for this company where they made pills, supplements, and then I worked for another company, a big major company. Then I worked for another company, another big headquarters company, and another one. In total, I had 5 or 6 jobs before I became homeless. After the 5 or 6 jobs, I became homeless. And when I became homeless, things became difficult because I was always not having a place to sleep, not having a place to lie down at the end of the day. And I met these people who were staying on the streets, and they showed me how to survive. And I learned how to survive from them. And what I learned is if you don't have money and you don't have a place to stay, some people will be open enough to take you into their house and welcome you so you can stay there for the day. I met some people who let me stay the night either in their hotel room or in their house several times. As a matter of fact, if it wasn't for those guys, being homeless would have been difficult. And another thing that I learned when I was over there is that you can find help from people that you don't know anytime you're in trouble. And yeah, so let's talk about the drugs that I took. The very first time I tried marijuana was around October of 2014. I was homeless and I decided I need something to put me to sleep and take away the stress easy. So I decided to take a little bit of marijuana. What I did was I bought it from a guy on the street because I couldn't buy it in the dispensary. And I went to a hotel room for the night because I had some money. And at the hotel room, I took the marijuana, put it in my mouth, chewed it, and then I was passed out sleeping. I felt so good sleeping because that was my first time taking marijuana, and I felt good. I felt good sleeping on that marijuana. It was my first time though. I had never done it before. And so yeah, that was marijuana, and I went a while doing just marijuana, cigarettes, and beer. I was doing cigarettes and beer before the marijuana, but marijuana was my first drug ever. My first drug ever was marijuana. And I went a few months just doing marijuana, cigarettes, and beer until one day around Thanksgiving. I guess it was just a month. A month later, after trying marijuana, I started doing crystal meth. I tried crystal meth, just tried it. I didn't do it a lot. I just tried it, and it was okay, but I didn't like it. Yeah, that's why I was saying I went a few months, because when I tried it in November, the day before Thanksgiving, I went a few months, 2 months without doing it, and I did it again in January. So in January, that's when I started doing marijuana full time. I mean, sorry, not marijuana. In January, that's when I started doing crystal meth full time. I did crystal meth to the point where I was forgetting to shower, forgetting to do anything. I would stand still in the same spot for hours and hours. And it really made me hyperactive, made me sexually attracted to a lot of women who I wouldn't be sexually attracted to in a normal way. And I just thought everything was okay. I would go days and days without eating, days and days without sleeping, days and days without bathing or showering or doing anything to clean myself. All my clothes would be dirty. This one guy saw me. He's also from Memphis. He was visiting Portland, and he saw me. I was dirty, and he told me I shouldn't be doing drugs like the people out there on the streets. And I listened to him. I told myself I shouldn't be doing drugs. But I still did the drugs. I still kept on doing them because I was still homeless. He invited me to his hotel room to take a shower. That was my first shower in a lot of days. And I took the shower and I felt good. But after I took the shower and felt good, he had to leave, had to check out of the hotel room, so I had to leave too. And I was back on the streets. And when I was back on the streets, that means I was back to where I was, square one. I was high as hell on the crystal meth, and I was still staying up many days without eating or sleeping. So that's really what I felt like doing crystal meth. And that was in January of 2015. And then I think, no, that was actually February of 2015. The next day after I met him was the day that I got arrested for the first time. After being arrested the first time, I didn't like it. And it taught me a lot of things being in jail. Being in jail taught me that you can lose your freedom by doing the wrong thing. What I was doing is I was drinking beer in public, and I got arrested. And I realized that doing something simple as drinking a beer can have you arrested. I didn't know that you can get arrested for drinking beer in public. But I was arrested for drinking, and I feel bad for that. But what I can say is, when I was in Portland, I drank a lot of beer, and I smoked a lot of cigarettes. And I know I say this every day, but today I want to talk more about what I did. I'm going to keep saying this every single day so that all my viewers out there can learn the problem it is to smoke and drink and use drugs. Crystal meth wasn't the only drug that I used. I also tried, I didn't do it a lot, but I tried crack. Crack was a drug that I tried only maybe twice or three times. One time that I tried it was in September of 2015. September of 2015, I went to this guy, me and this guy went to somebody's house. They had crack, and we smoked it. And when we were smoking that crack, I felt so high, I thought I was gonna pass out. I left the house, got on the bus, I went to the place that I was staying at. Luckily, that time I wasn't homeless. I had a shelter that I was staying in. And when I smoked that crack, it made me feel like I was gonna fly to another planet. And it made me think that I was moving from the earth and going to another space zone. But yeah, so I did crack, and I smoked cigarettes, drank beer, smoked marijuana. I even ate marijuana, and I smoked crystal meth. Matter of fact, crystal meth, I smoked it, snorted it, and ingested it. Marijuana, I smoked it and ingested it. Cigarettes, I smoked them. Beers, I drank them. And crack, I just smoked it for a few times. When I was in Portland, I was really homeless a lot, depressed a lot, and stressed out many times. So I was doing these drugs to cope. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. Please keep watching these videos. Watch my last two videos, the first two that I made. I made this video a little bit longer to show you myself and what I'm doing. So yeah, thank you for checking it out and have a good day.